Australian floods of biblical proportions. Residents of a coastal city were evacuated Saturday as surging floodwaters edged closer to their community, with one official describing the devastation in northeast Australia as reaching biblical proportions. Days and days of driving rain last week swamped 22 communities, with some 200,000 people affected by floodwaters in an area larger than Texas. And while the rain has stopped, rivers are still surging to new heights and overflowing into low-lying towns as the water makes its way toward the ocean. In many ways, it is a disaster of biblical proportions, Queensland Treasurer Andrew Fraser told reporters in the flooded city of Bundaberg on Saturday. The city of Rockhampton, near the coast, is the next community in the water's path and is bracing for flood levels to peak Tuesday or Wednesday. Rockhampton residents stocked up on food and supplies Saturday, with officials moving those living in low-lying areas into an evacuation center. Mayor Brad Carter warned some 40% of the city could be affected by the surging waters, and residents could be forced to wait at least 2 weeks before returning home. Some of them will not know whether their floorboards have been covered and their personal property destroyed, or whether they've been saved and the water has only come up and spared their property, he said. That's going to be a difficult waiting period for many members of our community. The town's airport was also closed to commercial flights, while relief officials warned the floods would likely reach more than 30 feet in height. Officials say half of Queensland's 715,305 square miles has been affected by the massive flooding. Queensland Premier Anna Bligh warned that drenched communities could be underwater for more than a week, and cleanup efforts were expected to cost billions of dollars. Australia has endured its wettest spring on record, causing 6 river systems in tropical Queensland to flood, as soaring temperatures in the states of Victoria and South Australia sparked warnings of devastating wildfires. The rain has flooded coal mines and hit farming hard, with many roads still impassable, and prompted warnings of the dangers of crocodiles and snakes in flooded homes. The inland sea that stretches across Queensland is dotted with the roofs of flooded homes, islands of dry ground crowded with stranded livestock, and small boats ferrying people and emergency supplies. As the northeast struggled to recover, a new storm was brewing off the coast of mineral-rich Western Australia. A weather system that forecasters said could become a tropical cyclone brought gale-force winds, forcing several leading oil producers to halt operations and evacuate staff. In other words, more wild weather. Weather gone wild. And it appears to be increasing in frequency all around the world. Luke chapter 21, verse 10. And Jesus said, Nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. 11. And great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines, and pestilences, and fearful sights and great signs shall there be from heaven. Argentina earthquake shakes rural area with magnitude 7.0 quake. Argentina was struck with an earthquake on Saturday morning. The epicenter was deep. USGS reporting 583.6 kilometers, 362.6 miles depth. Because of the depth and the typical ground acceleration in this basin, the actual magnitude at surface was only level 4. The quake was lightly felt in 22 other cities across Latin America, including Chile and Brazil. The U.S. Geological Survey registered the quake initially at 6.9, changing the perimeters at 7.0 later on. This is the first quake in 2011 in Argentina, and the 6th of such magnitude in the last 111 years, according to data from USGS. Luke chapter 21, verse 29. And Jesus spoke a parable. Behold the fig tree, and all the trees. 30. When they now shoot forth, ye see and know of your own selves, that summer is now near at hand. 31. So likewise ye, when ye see these things coming to pass, know ye that the kingdom of God is near at hand. 32. Verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass away until all be fulfilled. 33. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my words shall not pass away. 34. And take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with partying and drunkenness and cares of this life, and so that day come upon you unawares. 35. For as a snare shall it come on all them that dwell on the face of the whole earth. 36. Watch ye therefore, and pray always, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that are coming to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man. Revelation chapter 16, verse 8. And the fourth angel poured out his vial upon the sun, and power was given unto him to scorch humans with fire. 9. And humans were scorched with great heat, and blasphemed the name of God, which has power over these plagues, and they repented not to give him glory. And yes, it is time for all prophecy to be fulfilled, and the signs are increasing in frequency, and there are many different kinds of signs happening day by day all around the world. And yes, like I say, it's time. This is the time when the past, present, and future come together or collide into each other in some kind of way. And everything is numbered, and everything is connected.